Hello everyone, I bet you didn't expect to hear my voice so soon. Well, here I am, and this is my channel. I won't be showing my face anytime soon, so enjoy the gameplay of Dragon Age Inquisition in the background while I talk about what this channel is going to be about. As you saw from a little intro I created, you can tell this is going to be a video game channel. Big shocker, right? So innovative, so new, so different. I get it. Yes, there's thousands of gaming channels out there, and I don't know why you'd be listening to me just talk about more things about video games that everyone else has already done. But my hope is to just put more out there and to play games and be entertaining and to get information about video games from all of you because, we all love video games. At least I would hope. Or if you have yourself on the fence about video games, why not try to share your experiences with other people and see why we or others love their games the way they do, like I love those games. And that's what mainly this channel is going to be about. Just bringing together a community of people who think like us, who want to experience and share gaming together. And I hope I can provide that medium for you guys. I know we have thousands of other channels for that, but maybe one more channel won't hurt. By the way, I understand what the name is, Dark Souls and everything like that. Yes, I did get the name from the Abyss Walker himself. Only because I really do like the name, and also it has some very important lore behind what I'm trying to create in my little idea here. If you watch the intro to the very end, you might have already noticed something. In time, I hope to show more of those ideas and present you with some interesting concepts while I'm creating this channel. This channel isn't just going to be simply gaming. There are other things I wish to show as well, and hopefully, in time, I'll be able to present that to all of you. But for the time being, you can just call me Artorias, or if you really want to be kind, you can call me King. I understand if I haven't really earned the title just yet. I believe the road to kingship is quite the long journey, and a lot of people work towards it to never really truly achieve it, but hopefully I can prove myself to you one day. With that being said, here are some ground rules. I know some of these things are more or less set in stone in any channel, but I want to verbalize this openly because I believe other channels have had struggles with this before, and I believe that I just want to verbally say it out loud for now. Rule 1. I will not be playing just one game on this channel. This channel will have multiple other games that are going to be played. I'm most likely going to start with older games and grow up to more newer games over time, but most likely I'm going to play whatever game that comes to mind at the moment, especially since what I want to start with is something that means a lot to me. Rule 2. This should go without saying, but just to be clear, I am going to play the games that I want to play. I believe a lot of YouTubers have already done this before and have already expressed this emotional thoughts about how they don't want to be told what to play, they don't want to be asked how to play. That's the same here. And even though that I don't mind taking suggestions from you guys, if you want to provide any suggestions, tell me anything that you enjoy and say, hey, you should try this out, I don't mind at all. Just provide it in the comments below and I'll be willing to hear you out. But most likely the channel is going to be very strict for the time being, but when I run out of ideas or I'm not sure what else to play, I will ask you guys openly for suggestions, but you can always just put them down in the comments anyway, just in case I'll just write down the list. I'm open to playing new games and trying things out because I really want to experience as much of gaming as possible. For good reasons. By the way, just so you also know, I'm not a big person for scary games, only because of just a lot of problems with my own body and stuff like that. So I would recommend nothing in that department if you can help it, especially since my body will have problems. A lot of very bad problems. Because, I'm not really good with taking in jump scares. I can handle them, but over time my body might react very negatively to it, so I would rather not put that pressure on my body if I can help it. Not that I'm scared of the games, but you can call me whatever you want to call me. Just know, probably not going to play many scary games at all. I might consider it, and you can play this back for me in the future if somehow I get big and everything else like that, and that somehow happens. I'll take the suggestions in consideration. But this is not confirming that I will play any of those games, so don't even dare put that on my lag or use that against me. Anyway, moving on. Rule 3. I want to try to keep conversations on this channel to be mostly about gaming. video games and stuff like that. We might explore other topics and things that are really cool. I don't mind talking about mythology, things of the universe, the ocean, this space, anything really. I am open to a lot of conversations, but I would rather it be restricted to about video games and try to keep off of the outer world stuff. This is supposed to just be a channel where we can just enjoy each other's time about, our experiences in gaming. We can start pulling in other concepts just in case the games do go into those kind of departments and those curiosities that make people really think and interest themselves into video games. But let's try to keep other things out of the comics section as best as possible. I understand. I have no control over any of you and what you say down in those comments down below. Say whatever you want to say. I get it. Do whatever. But let's try to be as civil as possible. That's all I can ask for you guys. I know I'm not really that big to make these kind of minor demands, but at the very least, it's a ground rule for the future. And for now, these rules may expand, may change, may, become different over, the years or however long this channel goes on. But for the time being, this is the few rules I have for the channel until I recognize there's supposed to be more things I have to do. Probably when it comes to fan art, when that comes to play. Oh God. So, like any channel, there's always some kind of name or grouping or part of what you're going to be when you're part of the channel. Not everyone has one, but I like to have one, and the idea is, a king needs his knights, and I would like knights. My knights are going to be of... Okay, hear me out with it. You will be my knights of the square table. I get it? It sounds dumb, but I could not think of any other shape that worked better. You cannot get me going with the triangular table or the octagonal table or the pentagonal table. I don't even know if pentagonal is a word, but that's the best I can think of. The Knights of the Square. Other than that, if you don't want to be a knight, you can be one of my cubs, which you can already see that I'm kind of working on a bear theme here. Overall, we're looking at bear knights, and, I like the idea behind that. Hopefully, if you guys want to, you can choose whatever you wish to be in the comments or wherever you want, but that's where I wish to refer to you guys as. So, most likely, the beginning of this channel will be a very slow trek, and I hope you guys will be willing to kind of ride along with me slowly as I move up with a older video game as my first game to show off. But that's for good reasons. I decided that this channel will start with the very first game that got me into video games in the first place, and the game I appreciate to this day and I would play over and over again just to experience the good and crazy ridiculous memories I had back then, and that is Infamous 1. The original Infamous that was played on the PS3. Mind you, your eyes might hurt because if you're used to the 60 FPS stuff, it's not going to form well when you start looking at that old-fashioned game. The game is old, and I mean old. We'll talk more details when we get into the video, but definitely that's where we're going to start, and I'm going to probably play the whole series, Infamous 1, 2, Festival of Blood, Second Son, and First Light, before we move around to many other games. But don't worry, I will move around and play other games from time to time to show off other games that I really enjoy. Some that I will probably do one-offs, some that I will probably play full gameplay videos of if you ask me to play them fully, but most likely Infamous will be the first game that will get through everything I need to get through. Other games will just be experiences that I would like to share, because some games are really long and would take forever before I can actually finish a full gameplay game, a full gameplay experience with, like Kingdoms of Amalur or Saints Row. But if you guys want to see more of that, I would not mind doing it either. I'm just big on trying to do a full gameplay playthrough of the original Infamous games. They just were always good to me, and I believe I want to share how I felt and what I experienced with each of these games as I had experienced them. With my amazing and ridiculous memory, I can almost detail every little thing that I remember from when I first played the games. And I hope you'll all be willing to join me in that ride. It may be a slow trek, it may take forever before I actually get anything rolling with this channel because of it, but it is what I want to do, and I hope you will see why I enjoy them so much. Anyway, I appreciate y'all giving me your time, and I really had a good time making this video. Hopefully we'll see you in other videos. Oh, and before I go, one last thing. A question. I think I'm going to do this almost every video, just to ask people who are willing to answer. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. You don't have to care if you don't want to. I just like to propose something. But what was the game that got you into video games in the first place? I hope to see you guys in the comment section below. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.